Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We are
Good morning.
live once again on YouTube. So let's see what the market gives us today, 2 days after Christmas. We won't force anything. We'll wait for everything to give us alignment, and then we'll take our trades. All right. So again, good morning, Ronald.
Good morning.
Good morning, Keith.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, man. So, Ronald, do you mind giving us the news out for today, please?
Yes. We have only thing we have today is 10 a.m. We have an orange folder, Richmond Manufacturing Index.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, as stated, we only have one orange folder today. Let's go over what the daily looks like because we're getting into some uncharted territory here as far as getting toward those all-time highs. And as you can see, all right, we're right on the cusp of being in a what I call a large resistance zone. So let's draw it so you can see it here. So if you just look straight across, right, price is near a congestion area. So we don't know if this thing's going to break through or hold or whatever it's going to do. So right now it's time to just chill, right? Right now it's time to just chill, and not be, from a long-term perspective, not be overly exuberant about it, you know, going up, or not being overly exuberant about it going down. The best kind of trading you can do now is short term until you find out which way the market or which direction the market is headed in. Um, I like to look at volume and see how volume is playing a part here. And as you can see, it's doing the same thing as it did before, but the last time it gave us low volume, it took off to the upside on low volume. So let's just see how this works out. We're going to just drop some nuggets. I'm not going to be talking you to death today. There will be forms of silence based on, the fact that there's not a whole lot going on. So let's just get back to our intraday charts to see. Right now, we do have a higher high and a higher low. So you have to keep that in mind about the daily chart. So there we go. So with that said, let's just see. We're waiting on complete alignment before we take a trade. And we'll explain what that alignment is once it happens. And with that said, I'm here, but I'll go on mute and be ready. So if anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. With that said, we're here, but we'll go on mute here temporarily. Ronald, Keith, y'all got anything this morning before we do so?
Not at the moment.
No, sir, I'm good.
All right. All right. Let me give this plug before I go. Please like, subscribe, and comment based on what you're seeing, and will be much appreciated. That will be much appreciated from us because we're just trying to bring a different look, different feel, a more authentic look and authentic feel to the YouTube presence. So please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want a free copy of my book, Limitless Cash Flow, visit www.theprofitstalker.com/limitless cash flow. All right. So I am here. Give me a second. I'll be back when everything kind of lines up. But we are here. If you have questions, let us know.
Looking at a divergent higher high on the 8100, and if it breaks 107.75, then that would be an ABC pattern on the 300. But it's not really lining up to what I want to see.
Yeah, I'm going to sit up here and tell you I'm not taking a trade unless everything lines up like it did on yesterday. Not I'm not even considering a trade at the present moment. That's why I can go on mute because there's not going to be anything right now because you have literally every chart that you're looking at, one says up, one says down as far as the momentum is concerned. You have long-term momentum down on the 8100, short-term momentum up, long-term momentum up on the 2700, short-term momentum down. So it's every which way. So we want to wait on
How,
everything to line up.
how'd you do yesterday?
Oh, I did great. Um, we had a couple of, I showed you those three trades that I took.
Mm-hmm.
And that three winners, no losers. So it was a fairly decent day. And one of them, one trade that was there, I didn't even hold on to.
Yeah.
So, uh, but like I said, we did pretty well. Um, Now with that said, yeah, yeah, that's it. Nothing to nothing to talk about. Keith, I one of those three trades that I took yesterday. Uh, that I took on my side here. And I told him about this is a trade I took this morning, by the way, right here, right there. And then I told him about the three trades that were taken on yesterday that I pulled the trigger on. Uh, that one, alone that I kind of cascaded into the one that the ABC pattern I got into, and then it kind of crashed back down. And then this one here, the first one of the day, about 9:36, that I made just a couple of points on. So told them about those, and now we just sit and wait for opportunities. And I showed them how it lined up on the charts as well, so that profitability could be made. And that's it. That's it. So I'll stay off mute uh, in case there's anything else. So nothing just yet. All right. So now it looks like that divergence might be pulling into effect, Keith. Looks like it. Looks like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, but there is nothing to do just yet. Nothing to do just yet. So we wait. We wait. As you can see, the markets are pretty flat here at the top. Looks like it's consolidating. So again, we just wait for our confirmation that it is trying to go in a particular direction. Don't try to force it. Just let it come to you. Just let it come to you. And nothing to do. Nothing to do here. See, the market is making a push to the upside here because you don't have alignment anywhere. So we wait. So nothing. Zero. Zero, everybody. We just literally just sitting here waiting, right? So I'm trying to stay engaged with you because I know how it is to be on a webinar or a call or something and there's no one talking. So That's really, but there's nothing going on, so there's nothing we can talk about trading wise right now. Let's see what this thing does here. It's trying to turn up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is trying to turn up. But you have a sneaky situation brewing. And I'll show you this just so you can see it. You have what I call long-term divergence, long-term momentum divergence potentially happening. The only way that divergence goes away is if price breaks that high and closes above that high at 17,120. And we're at a very, very, very staunch resistance point right here. So you have to take that into consideration. Have to take that into consideration as we move forward. And what I will tell you unequivocally is we're not going to force anything. If over the next hour it doesn't do anything, we'll just call it for YouTube, because that means that there's nothing happening. I mean, volume is nil to nothing, and it's right there on that resistance, that long-term resistance point, which is why it's having a hard time going up. But if she pushes through, we may see something here. So let's just see. Let's just see. Ronald Jones, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Shake this up. Do me a favor and tell me the 7 things the market can do for review.
7 things the market can do.
Yes.
Higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, double top, double bottom, and reversals.
Man, look at you, boy. I put you on a spot in front of the world and you crushed it. Way to go, my guy. Way
Oh,
to go.
yeah.
All right, I see you've been listening a little bit. I see you've been listening a little bit.
Yeah, a little
Now,
bit.
yeah, watch this. Watch this. This is a bonus. This is a bonus right here, ladies and gentlemen, because I want to see if Mr. Ronald Jones knows this. Now, for you who don't know, right? Ronald Jones is the next man up. We're going to start in January. We're going to have uh, a private group, but he's the next man up to try to go from where he is to $1 million, and starting with about $2,000 or so. So he's going to see if he can go from there to $1 million, and we're going to see if we can make it happen. But here you go, Ronald. You ready?
Yes.
Bonus question. Give me the 4 kinds of reversals, sir, if you don't mind, while we're here, please.
All right. We got ABC, 1, 2, 3, 2B, and 3 bar reversal.
You do a hard good. Watch it pumping. Watch it pumping. Oh, yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good stuff right there, man. That was good stuff right there. So
Yeah.
I am pretty stoked, excited, right? Okay, so now we see the market pushing up here. All right, you have to be very careful about that resistance point. So let's look and see where it is on the resistance line. Ooh, she's above it. She's above it. Hold on a second. Here. Well, it's still a zone. So let's just draw this zone in here, because so we'll know, right? Man, that was very impressive there, young sir. I'm being real.
Thank you.
That was very impressive because I just put you on the spot. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see. And and I guess you like since you want to see, I'm gonna show you. How about that, partner?
Oh,
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was good. That was really,
thank
really good. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, it's got that zone there, but that zone is 300 points. So, um, let's see how much she pushes through here. She's pushing though, so we need to just wait on her. And if she gives us this triple divergence, though, like I said, she's got to close above that 120 area. And until then, there's literally nothing to do. Okay, literally nothing to do. Ronald, I'm going to do this on camera, but this is more for you and for Keith to kind of we want to solidify in your mind
okay.
what the trade setup is supposed to look like. Now, everything we do, ladies and gentlemen, is based on price. Okay, so it's based on price. We use indicators to confirm what we see in price just for our benefit. All right. But I want to show you exactly what I posted on yesterday so that you can understand exactly what I mean by when I say we only trade trends and reversals. Okay. Um, and we're going to go, oh, it's closing above. So I'm sorry, guys, but it happened right at 10 o'clock hour. So we wouldn't have taken it no way. So, and it didn't give us an ABC pattern. It gave us a confirmed 1, 2, 3 pattern. Um, but it's okay. We didn't get the ABC pattern and it's at 10 o'clock. So we won't worry about that. Let's go to the trade. Oh, that's the 22nd. No wonder. We need to go to the 26th. All right, so that's the 26th. And let's go to the setups here. Do me a favor, Ronald, and take a screenshot of this trade. Oh, we don't have alignment anyway, so I don't know what I was thinking about anyway. We don't have 100% alignment, so we're not even looking at taking that trade to the upside. I want you to see this and screenshot this, please. If you don't mind, sir, I want you to screenshot this highlighted area here,
Okay.
and I want you to see right there. And then what I want you to do is I want to put my vertical line where that trade happens at. Okay, so let's see here. At 110.44. All right, so at 110.44. So the trade happens right there. Okay, so
I got it.
you got it.
Yeah.
All right. So if you see, like, that's what you want your trade to look like. There are some nuances in there that I'm going to teach you further, but at the basic level, you don't want to take a trade unless you have that alignment. You have a much higher percentage of winning on a trade than
Mhm.
said losing on a trade, right? So if you do that, then everything else works out, it works itself out. So if we if we go with that premise, then we
Yeah.
already know that we don't have a trade right here. The reason being is because you have you don't have alignment.
Yeah.
Everything's different colors. So, and it's, ladies and gentlemen, all this is talking about the it's talking about the momentum and the trend on the 8100, and the momentum is trying to be down. The short-term momentum is up, but the long-term momentum is is trying to push down with divergence. So we need to wait for that versus trying to force that. I'll say it to you again. We need to wait before trying to force, right? That's how you lose money.
Yeah.
If you sit back and you wait on everything that you want to see line up, you'll be consistently profitable. You'll be consistently profitable. Here's a joke. The reason why they call me the profit stalker is I was named that by some guys in the office when I was trading on the floor long years ago. And they said all I did was sit back and stalk it like a cat, right? I just sit back and it look like I'm asleep. It looked like I'm not paying attention. But then when it's time to act, I just went into I was a completely different person. So the older gentleman said, man, you are definitely a profit stalker. And it stuck with me ever since. And that was over 20 some odd years ago. But that's that's all we're doing. We're just stalking it, right? We're just waiting on it. And once it shows us what we want to see, we'll act. Until then, though, we won't do a thing. We won't do a thing. So, Ronald Jones, I'm going to keep putting you on the spot. Since you keep winning, I'm going to keep putting you on the spot.
All right.
So, let's talk about this. This bar is done in 2,000 contracts on the 8,100 chart to the left, right?
Yes.
If it finishes like it is right now, what kind of bar would it be the bar that's forming now if it finishes just like it does?
A bearish engulfing bar.
Man, what you talking about? What you talking about? You got me over here hype, man. You got me over here hype. So okay, all right. So we're doing the thing, right? We're doing it. And listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to me and listen to me well. Making $1 million in the stock market is not hard. What's hard is having the discipline that it takes and the gumption. So you have to have discipline. And let me replace the word gumption with you have to have nerves of steel, right? You have to have confidence and you have to be proficient. If you do those things, you can be successful and you can make $1 million in the market fairly easily. And I'm going to prove it to you because we're going to be live January 1, 2. Ronald Jones is live for the $1 million challenge in 12 months. He sat on the couch when we were having conversations on the couch, you remember, and he said, I want to make $1 million in 12 months. He put me on the spot. I didn't see that coming. So since that's the goal he has, then that's what we're going to try to go for. Right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, you're in a quandary, in my opinion. And the reason why you're in a quandary is because you do have momentum alignment, but you don't have trend alignment. So you have to make a choice. And the choice that you're going to have to make is, are you willing to take the divergent trade off of the 8,100? Everything else will be pretty much lining up. But right now we're going to see if you have alignment, you have momentum alignment, but you don't have trend and momentum alignment, which gives me reason for pause. All right. But let's see. Let's see. What I really wanted to do is to get below that 09675 area and then give me an opportunity. That's what I would prefer. But the market's not here to be at my every beck and call. It's to do what it's supposed to do, and then I am to conform. So because of that, we will wait. What I like to do is go up in time frames so that we can see exactly what we're dealing with. We have 14,000 contracts on our larger time frame that before it, and then if it closes like it does, it too will be a bearish engulfing bar. So there's nothing that can be done at the present moment simply because you do have divergence. Like I said, that divergence holds in 72,900. Yeah, that's green and green and straight up. So got to come back down here. So this bar and then the next bar has to form on the 8,100. Before the 24,000 is done, but we have not had a, once we get a market structure on that 900, then we're going to be looking for opportunities. Everything seems to be lining up here. It's looking good. This was a 2,700 trade going down to the 900, the 300, and the 100, ladies and gentlemen. There was not a trade to be had on the 300 volume chart. So there's nothing we can do there. So that's tough. And I told y'all she hit that resistance area. And that's why she's kind of coming back down here. So now we're getting into some, now we just need one more bar to break the high. If it does not, it gives us another one bar pullback. There's nothing we can do with this right now. That would be nothing we can do. So hold on one second. Let me look up cap cut. That's tough. Gave you another one bar pullback. It was a trade on a different time frame. Because I'm not entering a trade if it does not give me exactly what I wanted to see. It didn't give me the market structure. Didn't pull back far enough. So give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back just very shortly. Give me a second.
Mm. Yeah. Doctor says look at it long, but the short-term momentum on the 2700 went green. Plus flickering. Mm.
I am back. I am back, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. So let's see if this thing gave us. I don't think it gave us anything on this move to the downside. Just think it's failed. And I don't see. I see the ABC pattern there. And price would have gave you this move here where you could have entered at 69, but it didn't give you much. It didn't give you much on that trade because yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one. Like I said, you'd have had to go down to a smaller time frame and look for that trade because it gave it to you here using, if you've been able to use the 100 as an entry chart. But I wasn't going to call that trade from a 100 perspective. So let's just let her get down in here and figure out what's going on. Is everybody still here? Checking in, checking in.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool. So let's see. All right, all right, all right. So now we got the move to the upside. Let's see if let's see which way she keeps going here. See if she keeps going or if the buck stops here. One of the reasons why we don't just jump into a trade is because, as you can see, she got down here, but she didn't close below. I think she did though. That's tough. She gave you the ABC pattern, but it's not what we want to see. It's not what we want to see. So we just wait. Again, you're waiting on everything you want to see. It was a trade on a different time frame, but not the time frames we were looking at. I can see where the trade happened on the 2700, the 300, 2700, and then dialing down to the 900, and then dialing down to the. I can see that, but I couldn't see the other one because by the time it gave you the ABC pattern that you wanted to see, yeah, I mean, that's a tough one there. So I don't see that one. So yeah. So I had a question from the audience about the bullish engulfing bar. Okay, so the way I do it, some people do it a little differently, but the way I do it is if the candle, let me use this one for example, that one at the top here. If the body of the candle engulfs the body of the previous candle, I call that engulfing bar. If the high and the low engulf the entire candle, I call that a outside bar. So you have, in that case, this is a bullish engulfing bar. Had it embraced or encompassed the entire candle before it, it would have been a bearish outside bar. Or if it does it, the opposite, be a bullish outside bar, and the bullish engulfing bar, and it engulfs the basically not the high and the low, but the open and the close. And that is how I look at it. So I hope that answered your question. If it did not, please feel free to let me know, and I'll try my best to answer it for you or elaborate. So right now, nothing to do. When you got alignment, you didn't have everything aligned, but this is the part that most people won't see. That was a long-term trade because it hit that resistance, and I'll show it to you again just for your viewing pleasure. It hit that resistance area. That's why it's coming down, right? That's exactly why it's coming down, because it hit a fairly significant resistance zone. Fairly significant resistance zone. So that is what we're dealing with on the daily chart. So that being said, nothing to do, zero to do. We wait on the trade that we want to see. We do have a market structure. It's an inside bar market structure. And if it breaks the high, it'll be a higher low market structure. So we'll see which one it does, if it does either one at all. And comes back down. That's what I mean. And comes back down. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll try to give it one more shot here. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to hold you guys hostage for trading on 2 days after Christmas. And that's really all I have right now. Let's see what this thing does here. I'm very interested to see. Very interested. I will drop some nuggets today as well. Just as a FYI at the end of the session, I will drop some nuggets. All right, looks like it's trying to come back down here. So because she's trying to come back down, let's see. We really, in order for us to know that she's going to come down, we need price to literally get down below 71.75 and close. That's why we'll know which direction she's going. If it doesn't get below that 71.75 and close, then there's a strong possibility this thing may be still headed up. So we're about to find out here just shortly. And it just when I said it, it closed below it. So okay, so let's see here.
We might have something to go short.
We might. Everything had to turn over though, and then pull back. So this bar here is going to tell the story. We have a close below, but the thing is, will it push back up or will she continue to fall down? We don't know the answer to that just yet because we don't have alignment. There's not been a trade this morning, honestly, that I see. And we just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. See, the thing is made that move to the downside. Now she's digesting it, and if she's still hungry after the fact, then we'll continue down. If she's not, she's moving the other way.
Hmm.
This is not for y'all because this can be dangerous because she's not confirmed to be going down yet. I just want to test it and see. Seeing I'm already up for the day. So I'm just testing this out here because it's not, you don't have full confirmation yet. She may go, she may not. You have to wait for everything to align. She'll be aligned and all right. So now we're waiting on the market structure pullback, everybody. And we'll get our trade. I have to wait for market structure pullback on the 900. Now the 900 is saying, okay, cool. We want to try to go down.
You got a support line at on the 8100. It's right at like maybe like 64, 63.
All right. I appreciate you telling me that because it means I'm not going to sit up here and play. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, let me yeah. Yeah, I got out of that thing because you said I didn't even have my support lines drawn on the 8100 there. So thank you a lot for that, man.
Oh yeah.
See, look at that. That right there was real. That right there was real. Oh my goodness. Boy.
I was like, hold on now, we might be bouncing back up.
You call that one right on the head, doc. You call that one right on. Boy, you're learning. You should like,
Oh yeah.
hey, man. Now let me see what you're looking at over there. Now you got me all curious. So we got everything lined up, everybody. We just need a market structure, and we need a ABC pattern on the 300. And we get the ABC pattern, we'll take the trade. Let me see what you're looking at here, man. Oh my goodness, man. You call that right on, but that's right on time. Like that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
What you been studying by? Let me
No,
catch you over there studying. Let me catch you studying again. I mean, you call that thing right on the head.
oh yeah.
Come on, though. She's not giving us she's only giving me the one bar pullbacks on the 300. So it's not giving me many trades opportunities. And she keeps bouncing up off of that 60. You see, she'll get below it and then
Yeah.
that's tough. Come on, man. See, this is that. It bounced off the support. So, Ronald Jones, I need you to do me a favor and say for the crowd, for everybody listening out there, explain to them. Let me let you share. Can you share your screen?
No, I'm not able to share it. I can well,
Because you're on a different device for the Zoom.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's
I,
fine. That's fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, uh, the fact that Ronald had this support drawn at that 64 is a lifesaver. Now that's something that we show and teach here when we're trading, show you how to draw those lines and show you where to get them from without having to go through any complicated measurements and all that kind of stuff. We just it's really an eyeball thing, right? And we do have an algorithm that allows us to see stuff a little differently. We don't show the algorithm 100% on the screen, and we don't talk about the algorithm really. We just like to talk about the trading because you still, even though the computer's doing it for you and AI is a great thing, you need to understand and know what you're doing, right? That is the most important thing in trading, in my opinion. You can have an AI to assist you. You can have an AI to do it for you, but you need to understand what the AI is doing and what the AI is learning so that you can capitalize and know for yourself. Uh, Very important nugget right there. Very important nugget. Um, AI trading is here and it's not going anywhere. Algorithmic trading is here and it's not going anywhere. But you still need to understand and know how to trade, right? It is no different than the self-driving cars, right? I got a couple of friends that got self-driving cars, but I tell them if you get behind that wheel and you don't know how to drive and that self-driving car goes out, you are screwed.
yeah,
So,
definitely.
so you need to understand and know how to trade so that if something does go wrong or something doesn't look right, you know what you're looking for. Okay. Um, just a nugget, just a little nugget there. All right. I won't belabor the point. I'll keep my mouth shut now. Now watch this. It gave you the that's my fault, guys.
On
I
a,
was
what?
It gave us the trade, man. It gave us the trade here. The entry was 70 and a quarter. And I think she may go that back down. I would be getting out of the 64 area honestly myself, but this is tough. It gave you the trade, so we'll just watch it because I'll be honest with you, I wasn't paying attention to it after it bounced off of there those two times. Right. It went down there twice, and both times it bounced up off of it. So I just got a feeling this one might be it because this is a ABC pattern. A B C drop. And everything's in your favor. You got red and red everywhere, moving averages across down. So you have a lot of things in your favor. So this thing should go down. But let's just take a look at it, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't call this trade and I didn't take this trade, but let's look at it and see the entry would have been 70 and a quarter. The stop would have been 77.50. So you're talking about 7.25 point risk. So that means it needs to get down to about 63.25. It gets down to 63.25. I'd consider that a winning trade. Golly.
That
There
was
she
it.
goes. There she
Yeah.
goes. There she goes. 63.25. She's just reached. So that trade is a winning trade, right? That is a winning trade because on a day like today, you don't want to keep holding stuff. And that's another thing that we teach why and when you should hold, right? But let's just watch it and see where it gets you. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here, right? So let's take a look at where this thing's going to get you out at. That was me trading. Let's see what the algorithm gets you out at. So it got you in at, like I said, that got you in a little later than the actual price. So it got you in at 68. So you're not quite there yet. It's got to get down to 58 in order for that to be a winning trade from an algorithmic standpoint. From a price standpoint, I would have been in at 70.25. So let's just see. But everything's lined up in your favor here. So let's just see how she rolls. Ronald and Keith, y'all got to forgive me for that, man, because I did not. I was sitting up here talking because I didn't anticipate it going down. I think kept hitting that resistance area. I mean, that support area. I didn't anticipate her coming back down like that. So that's my bad. That's my bad. I didn't.
Yeah, but it's still going down there and coming back up. So it's like,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not just robustly falling apart. That's for sure.
yeah, it's not even getting below it now. It's just playing right there. So
The fact that you had that line drawn, man. Boy, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm sitting over here giddy excited. I think I can sprout some wings today. Now, if you see me on the news, that means the wings didn't work.
uh,
I'm just messing, man.
uh,
Yeah. Me not doing nothing like that. These are
uh,
just, yeah.
I don't know though, because if it falls below it, it might, you know, it's trying.
I think she keep hitting on it. Just like the lumberjack man,
Oh,
She got to get to 50. If she get to 58, it's an algorithmic winning trade. So let's see if she gets down there. She got to 59. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. And the reason why you're having a hard time, ladies and gentlemen, is because your larger time frames are basically saying that she's trying to go up. And let me show you what I mean by that. This right here, it's going to go down because in order for it to give you a proper pattern to go back up, it's got to give you an ABC pattern on the 8100. So let me show you something here so you can see what I'm talking about. We have divergence to go down, which is perfect on how it happened, right? So, I mean, it just came down. But this right here is a potential higher low to go back up, because if we look at 3-time frame difference from that, there you go. It's all green. Oh, I take that back. She's not all green anymore. So you have a bearish engulfing bar at the top, a bearish outside bar, right? You have a bearish outside bar. So that's probably means she gonna fall apart for a little while anyway, but it's still gonna struggle here. So you're gonna have to be in this trade for a while to kind of see how it's going. There's nothing to do right now. That's trades. I mean, I'm upset because that's the only trade we've had called for today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and end the call. We didn't have any trades today that I called out loud. That trade that I took and got out, it basically went down to a support area, which Ronald Jones so eloquently and intelligently said, sir, you have a support area at 63s and some change. And if you're
Oh
in this
yeah.
trade and you're trying to get past that, I mean, I'm not saying what to do. I'm just telling you. And he
Yeah.
proved to be right, because if you don't get out of that particular trade, it comes back up and stops you out and then goes back down, of course. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this has been an enjoyable session for you. I hope you've learned something, and I hope that we put you in a situation where you can be more profitable than you were before you met us. With that said, you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll be back on tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.